Hey everyone, welcome to Tent Talk, the Farmers Market podcast. This is a show all about farmers markets and how to increase your market business success. Whether you're a farmers market manager, a farmer, or a food producer selling at farmers markets, this is the podcast for you. On today's episode of Tent Talk, we're talking about the most common mistake markets and vendors make when promoting their markets. It's not complicated and there is an easy fix, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm your host, Bridget Myers. I've spent years as an on-site farmers market manager, and I do it all from pulling permits to social media marketing, and I'm also the education coordinator for Farmers Market Pros.
And I'm Kat Fields-White, Director of San Diego Markets, still an active farmers market manager, founder of Farmers Market Pros, and producer of Intense, the Farmers Market Conference.
Welcome back to Tent Talk. It's 2020.
It's 2020.
Oh my gosh. We're so excited to be back with you celebrating the start of a new year for markets and the Tent Talk podcast.
That's right.
We just love it.
2020 vision for Tent Talk.
That's right. 2020 vision. Did everyone get those tattoos on them from our last podcast?
Let's do that. Let's get everybody at our market to get the same matching tattoo.
That would be amazing.
Which will be expired the year after that. Terrible idea. Never mind.
No, it's a classic saying, 2020 vision.
All right.
That's good. We'll just carry it into the rest of our lives.
Are you sad that the holidays are over?
Yes, a little bit.
I am too, just a little.
Yes.
Are we relieved that the holidays are over?
Yes, definitely.
Yes. Absolutely.
Let's be done with it. I like the holiday season a lot, but it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. And I think the midweek holidays, it went on forever this year.
That was tough.
Right?
It just made it seem like, this is the endless winter break. I can't wait for my kids to go back to school. I can't wait to get back to work in a regular schedule because we just kind of been working in between schedules and things. And we've had a couple of our markets have been closed because they were landed on New Year's Eve day,
Christmas Day.
New Year's Day, Christmas Eve, all that stuff. So it'd be nice to get back to just a regular old schedule.
Regular routine. It'd be nice to not have to do 5 days of work in the last 2 days of each week. Yes. Be good.
Who knew we'd miss it so much?
Yeah.
This is good. It's a good little reality check. Yes, we love our job. We want to get back to it.
We do. And
That's
there's
good.
a lot to do this month.
A lot to do. There's so much to do, especially with Intense, the Farmers Market Conference, just 26 days away. Oh, no. Oh, Kat. Get off the floor. Kat fell over. It's okay. It's okay.
Small heart attack there. Okay, 26 days. We can do it. Feels like a lot left to do. But it's just like a market, right? You confirm your speakers, like you confirm your vendors. You do a schedule, just like you do a map.
That's right.
Right? Order supplies, spread the word. We've got this.
It does feel like a market.
It is like a market.
Yeah, I like it.
It's fun.
I'm so excited about the things we've been ordering, too.
Ooh.
I like that swag. I'm really excited about our swag bags this year.
I know. Shh.
I know.
They're a secret.
It's a secret?
Because
Okay.
it'll be a surprise for everybody that comes to the conference, but still, there's some awesome stuff in there.
Yeah.
We're really loving working with Blue Owl Promotions. You remember, Marcy used to be a vendor.
Marcy was a vendor. So exciting. She's a vendor, and then she opened up her brick and mortar.
That's right.
And then she left all of that behind and has a promotions company, and she is killing it.
She's killing it.
Oh, she's awesome.
Oh, she's so smart and so on top of things and meets deadlines. And yeah, we love her.
I want to order every single thing for our conference and for all of our markets and our staff and everybody. And I just want to make my own line of things.
Yeah.
It's been nice going through all that promo stuff that she has. I love it.
It is. It's cool. She'll be at the conference.
Yes.
People can talk to her about market needs.
She is so stoked to be there, too.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of great stuff that she's bringing us that will reduce waste at the conference.
Yep.
And that all of y'all that are coming to the conference can take home and have fun things around the house.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And think of us all year long.
You will.
And the schedule is looking so amazing.
Oh, it's so amazing. I feel like we could fill 4 days instead of 2.5.
I think that's our issue this year is it's like, oh, is this not an 8-day conference?
Yeah, right?
We have so much material.
We do have so much material.
We'll make it work.
We'll talk fast.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I'm really excited for Hugo Mogian to be here. We confirmed him, I think, between now and the last podcast. So he's with Fresh Farm Markets in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Maybe we did already talk about him. I can't remember. But anyway, they're amazing. They just merged Community Food Works with Fresh Farm. And now Hugo and his team are operating 33 markets in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia.
Which really blows my mind.
Think about it. We do 3 a week. He does 33 a week.
We do 3. He does 33. It's like the same thing. No,
but
it's
not at all.
And, well, I'm excited to talk to him, though, because some of his markets are kind of smaller and some are big. And so I think that people have a lot of questions for different sized markets. So it'd be great to have him there and talk about
I think
how
so,
he
too.
manages size differences and what communities need and how to kind of meet your community where they are.
Exactly. Yeah. That's one of the reasons we were excited to bring him in. He has like a big market where Forrest Pritchard, who spoke a couple of years ago, Smithfield Farms, he's at that market. It's kind of a big, busy D.C. area market. But then he has some little markets that are a dozen vendors or less, and in smaller communities or different times of the week. And Community Food Works in particular has been really involved with food access, food equity, getting fresh food to people that don't necessarily have it in their neighborhoods. And so we're going to really dig down with Hugo about how you balance that with the idea that you can't really put philanthropy on small farmers' shoulders, since they're also a lot of times financially, on that rockin' boat.
Exactly.
So that's going to be some really interesting conversations.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to him.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk today about promoting markets and farms and food businesses and the one really basic mistake that so many folks make. Fixing this one thing will make an amazing difference in your sales.
And that's what it's about, right?
That's right.
That's why we have websites and write email newsletters and post our Instagram accounts, right?
Yep.
Instagram accounts.
Yes.
Yes.
Spend so much time doing all that stuff.
We do it to make sales, right?
That's right. We got that ROI.
Not just to get likes.
No, exactly.
I mean, it's exciting to get likes.
Yeah.
It's exciting to look at that rate where they tell you how many people opened your email newsletter. That's
Love it.
exciting.
It's exciting.
Not relevant. Well, I mean, it's relevant, but none of those things are relevant unless those folks, after they open the email, come see you and buy things.
Exactly.
After they like the cute picture of the baby, come see you and buy things.
Exactly.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so what do people leave out that means that people can't take that next step?
What could it be?
What could it be?
Oh, I'm sure it's really complicated.
It's so complicated.
Tell me all about it.
You have to be sort of a tech expert to know this.
What is it?
Tell people where you are.
Oh.
Tell people where you are.
Oh, you mean just like put your location on your website and
say what markets you're in?
Interesting.
Yeah. Put the address maybe of your market in your email newsletter.
Oh.
Say what city you're in, and then specify the state, just in case that city exists somewhere else. Remember the North Park market?
Oh, yes. I asked them to please put their city and state on their Instagram bio, because sometimes a market is called the same thing in two different places.
Yes.
Because neighborhoods often there's the same named neighborhoods in a lot of places.
Same cities.
Yeah.
Same neighborhoods, same. I think I saw something the other day about maybe a Concord Square farmer's market, but it didn't say where. And there's a Concord Square in something like 11 different cities in America.
Yeah.
How do we find these folks?
I know. Please tell us where you are.
Yeah, it's so funny. And I've even pointed this out to people, most typically vendors, I think, I've been talking to, and I've said, trying to clarify, actually, while I was talking to some farmers and things about being involved in the conference and having them on panels and such, I felt like they were in farmers markets, but I wasn't sure. And none of their posts ever said anything about farmers markets, and none of the pictures were ever taken at a farmers market. Mm-hmm. And maybe somewhere on their website it was hidden that they were at such and such a market, but then nothing on their very, very active Instagram accounts ever said, hey, come see us at the Marin Farmers Market, or come see us at Concord Square Farmers Market in Kansas. It's not mentioned, and it's so crazy. And when I started talking to some of them about it and specifically saying, I just want to confirm that you're still in farmers markets because I don't see anything about that on your Instagram, even though your Instagram's lovely and has a lot of posts. And so you hear really funny things back from them when you ask them about that. Mm-hmm. Like, my shoppers already know where I am.
But would you like some new shoppers?
Right? And is it possible that your shoppers have other things going on in their lives and maybe they've forgotten?
Yes. That is something that even as a longtime market manager, I remind myself all the time when I post, of course people know where the Little Italy farmers market is. And then I have to remind myself, no, not everybody does.
Not everybody knows.
There's literally people that come to the market that say, I've lived in Little Italy, which is a small neighborhood.
It's a small neighborhood, 45 square blocks.
It's pretty small, and it's like hard to miss the market. It's huge. We take up 6 of those blocks every Saturday and have for 11 years. They'll come and say, I live on like the north end of the neighborhood. I forgot this was here. Or I never knew there was a market on Saturday.
We have a farmer's market in Little Italy?
My mind is continuously blown, but it reminds me that, hey, you have to just tell people.
You got to tell them.
Easy.
People are busy. We're all dealing with a lot of input. We're following hundreds of Instagram accounts.
Exactly.
We've got Facebook, and we've got TV, and we've got printed material, and we have how many emails are in your inbox. It's crazy. And there's just a lot going on. You're thinking about your kids. You're thinking about your own business. You don't necessarily remember that, hey, it's Wednesday. It's time to go to the farmer's market.
Yeah. There's so many special events that are monthly or quarterly, so you have to remind people this is a weekly event. Or I see a lot of accounts kind of doing a great job of revving up their new season. If you're a seasonal farmers market, saying this is the first day, and they keep posting it like, come see our market on April 14th or whenever your season opens. That's great, because if I lived near a seasonal farmers market, which I don't because I'm in Southern California, but it would say, oh, I would mark my calendar, and then I'd see it again and say, oh, it's getting closer. Like, you just have to
it's really important.
Yeah.
And each of those posts should mention where you are.
Exactly. Tell them where to go. Where are you going on April 14th? Where am I going again? I'm supposed to be somewhere. Tell them exactly where to go.
If you want people to come to your party, you've got to constantly invite them. Yeah. So don't just show pretty pictures and say, oh, look at this lovely stuff. Say, come get some.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be, sometimes people will say, oh, I don't want to keep saying where I am, or I don't want to keep saying, come get this, because that feels so salesy. Mm-hmm. It's not salesy. Think of it as an invitation.
Yeah. It's an invite.
You want your friends to come over.
Yeah.
You want somebody to come see you. You got to tell them they're welcome.
Exactly. Yeah, and pictures do a great job. And how to get there. Take a left here, take a right here. Well, we are posting, like, this is where you park. There's a lot of different ways you can tell people where your location is besides, like, posting your address over and over. Hey, come to the Concord Farmers Market in Kansas. Park on 8th and A or whatever, and so you're not really giving your address over and over, but you're saying location-based verbiage to tell people, to remind them where you're located and where to go and how to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good opportunity to give your brick and mortar neighbors a boost, so the other folks in the neighborhood will like you. Remember, farmers market is every Wednesday, catty corner from the Cafe Italia.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a market in Pacific Beach. It's a block away from the beach. So, you'd think not all of Pacific Beach is right on the beach. That town kind of expands east a little. So I always say a block away from the beach, I can see the ocean from where we are. We're on Garnett. We can see the ocean, and just post those pictures like, oh, okay, that gives people like a kind of navigational point of where to go. Yeah.
Right. I mean, obviously there are people who are visiting your town that really need that information. But if you think that it's only them that needs it, I think you're making a little mistake there. Even your local folks are going to forget. They get busy.
Yeah, exactly. And farmers markets sometimes change. They change location. They open. They close. Farmers market vendors or farmers, they're in and out of different markets. So you just have to remind them, I'm still here. You can find me every Wednesday at this market in this square. Just let them know, because it's hard to tell if I look at your page and you posted 20 posts ago that you were in a market with the location. I'm not sure that you're still there.
Yeah, from several months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weren't you saying you were just looking at it was a market Instagram account, but they hadn't posted since 2017.
Oh,
and it's somebody that we know is still operating.
Yeah.
But most folks that look them up online and find that account and see that nothing's happened since 2017 are going to make the fair assumption that they're closed.
Exactly.
They're not in business anymore. So
it's pretty simple things that you can do. I mean, especially at farmers markets, if you're a vendor or a farmer, you can repost from the farmers market manager if they have a nice active page, or vice versa. If you're a market manager, you can repost from your vendors at the market. And then use those kind of navigational cues. So you don't have to come up with a bunch of wild content. You don't have to be a content creator. Just do the basics. Location is a basic.
Very, very basic. Locate where we are when we're there.
Yep.
Yeah. Some of our vendors are really good at that.
Yep.
Every single post, they'll tell a funny story. They'll show a new product. They'll show a kid eating their product. They do all that good stuff, but then there's a little gap, and then at the bottom of every single post, they'll say, we're at this market on Wednesdays, we're at this market on Thursdays, we're at this market on Saturday.
Yeah.
Over and over again. And I know some people feel like, oh, that's repetitive, but it's just repetitive for you as you're posting. The people who are seeing it are seeing that, and then they're seeing hundreds of other posts from other businesses. It won't seem repetitive to them. They're not reading just your post after post.
Exactly. I've had a farmer at the market a couple of years ago was like, Bridget, you always post the same farmer over and over. You're always reposting their stuff, like post our stuff or take a picture of our stuff, And I looked at what I was posting, and it's like, I'm just reposting what that farmer had been doing because I was really busy, and it was during a season when we were opening a new market. I wasn't doing a bunch of content creation, like unique content creation. And if this farmer posted a picture at our market and said, hey, it's a beautiful day in Pacific Beach, all I did was repost that. They gave me the content. They put our name in there. They put the street name in there, and I reposted it, and then our entire audience saw it. So I told that farmer, you're not posting anything at the market. You're posting pictures at your farm. You're not even mentioning that you're at our market. So I would have to come up with content in order to talk about you. So as that is part of my job to kind of do that as I go. But if I'm during a busy season, I'm reposting the ones that are making it easy.
Yeah.
And then that farm's getting in front of our whole audience that we have. So if you want to get in front of your farmers market manager's audience, make it really easy for them to repost it. Give them content.
Absolutely. Yeah. And posting, if you're at a lot of different markets on a weekend, I would suggest taking the time to do an individual post about each market.
Yeah.
Because even if I'm in a hurry, I can't actually repost something that says I'm at Little Italy on Saturday and I'm also at these 3 other markets on Saturday, because my job for my farmers and vendors and for the business association that's our host is to promote people being at that market. So I can't talk about a concert in the park that's at the same hours as my market. I can't talk about a festival going on down south that's at the same time and day as my market. And I can't post about other markets that are the same time and day as my market. My obligation is to promote everybody in the world being at my market between 8 and 2 on Saturday. So give me a post that I can repost that doesn't mention a whole bunch of other activities that I might be pushing people away from my market towards.
Exactly. Yeah. Just kind of curate that content to make it kind of appealing for other people to share.
Right.
And then you'll get in front of a lot more kind of eyes, and that'll lead them back to, and then those followers might click on that picture and go to your account, and you have your other markets listed there. They'll go check those out.
Absolutely.
But, to get in front of our audience, we can only post what talks about our market. So just make it easy.
Yeah. Make it simple. It's just such simple things to do. Location, location, location. That applies to so many things.
Yeah.
Real estate, markets.
Yeah. And you know what I've been seeing lately, just not on only farmers market posts, but other Instagram accounts that I follow that have been saying, oh, hey, everyone, it's a new year. I have some new followers. Let me reintroduce myself.
Oh, that's smart.
They're doing stories. It's either a video of themselves, or some farmers market vendors are taking some new shots of their product or them at the farmers markets and just saying, hey, just a reminder, like, my name's Janice and I sell honey and I'm at these 3 farmers markets every week. I've been at this market for 6 years. Like, this is my family farm. Just like a little bio that you can do. And that's a great way. You're not sounding salesy. You're sounding like, hey, it's a fresh new year.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. It's an introduction. So if you're afraid of sounding too salesy or too repetitive, use the new year as a way to reintroduce yourself and get that information out there.
Yeah, such a good thing to do. We forget that we're sort of telling an ongoing story with people that have followed us for a while, but there's always new people coming in, and you want to make them feel welcome at the party too.
Exactly.
So you need to introduce them around. Yep. Tell them a little bit about yourself. Tell them about your neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say hi. Say, glad you're here.
Exactly. If you're in the same markets you've always been in for years and years and there's nothing new to report, just reintroduce yourself. That can be something kind of new and fun to share.
And even the people that have been following you for a while, they've probably forgotten that you had a 2-year-old when they started following you, and now they're 6.
Exactly.
They might be excited about that. They've forgotten that you started out with just honey, and now you've expanded and you've got candles and you've got all these other things. So
yeah.
It doesn't hurt to keep reminding people who you are.
Yeah, one of our honey vendors just posted something. It was like a reintroduction thing. And then she said, and speaking of new, I got a new van, And it's like she's so proud of her new van that she uses to haul all of her stuff to the markets. And it was like funny. And it's like, okay, it's a boring old Sprinter van, but like it's new. And it was kind of fun because she was just thinking of something new to talk about. So that's a way that you can kind of put a little reintroduction. And this drives me to the market in Little Italy, San Diego, California, on
8 to 2
Street.
on Saturdays, West Date Street. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just keep telling them where you are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you want to change logos and things because you're tired of looking at it, but that's not a good reason. Remember that your audience has a lot of other things to look at, and they're only seeing you once in a while. Keep saying the same things over and over. Keep reinforcing your identity and your location.
Yep. Exactly.
Simple, wasn't it?
It was simple New Year's advice for everyone.
It wasn't so complicated.
Everybody try it and report back. Tag us in your posts.
That's right. We want to see yes. Tag us. That's a good idea. We'll watch that.
We'll share your posts with our Farmers Market Pros Instagram. Tag us when you're reintroducing yourself or telling everyone your location. You can just tag us. You don't talk about us or whatever if that seems weird to you. But tag us so we'll see it. And then we can share it with everyone so everyone can see what a reintroduction post looks like.
That'd be great.
That's great.
What a smart idea.
Tag it Farmers
up,
Market Pros.
At Farmers Market Pros. Yep. That's right.
Love it.
Because you're a pro.
You're a pro. We're pros. You're a pro. 2020 vision. We're on it.
We're on it.
Love it. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. And don't forget to get those tickets to the conference 26 days away.
26 days away.
Yikes.
You still have time to get decent plane fares if you jump on this today.
That's plenty of time.
That's right.
Kat and I are procrastinators, so this seems like a long time for me. If we were going to a conference, we'd get the tickets in like 10 days. Just kidding. We would already have them and our rooms at the Dana.
That's
All
right.
All right, guys. See you next time. Please remember to leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you access your podcasts, and tell us how you're enjoying Tent Talk. Maybe someone new will find us in the new year. And be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss the next episode. And if you want more farmers market tips, tricks, and information, you can subscribe to our weekly newsletter at farmersmarketpros.com. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at Farmers Market Pros. You can also find us on Facebook under Farmers Market Pros. The 4th annual Intense, the Farmers Market Conference, is coming up on February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in San Diego, California. Register now at farmersmarketpros.com. There are tickets still available. This podcast is produced by Farmers Market Pros, where passion meets profit. Today's episode was recorded by Adam Samaha and edited by Justine Marzoni Mead. Original music by David Mead.